We're going to talk about Golden Key messaging. Just a little bit about who we are, what we stand for, and how things are going to be changing as we go forward. In the past and up till now, if you go to the website, you'll find little bits and pieces about Golden Key there, where we talk about how we're the world's premier honor society. We've got nearly 2 million members. By the way, we should crest the 2 million member mark this year. Pretty exciting. We're in a lot of chapters all over the world. It's very exciting, but this is all about us. And what we want to do is do a slight shift and talk about all the wonderful things that you guys are doing. So, we're going to refocus the message. We're going to talk about the great things that you do, that we all do, okay? In the mission, we all know the first part. We talk about the society's mission is to enable the members to realize their potential. Very simple, but how do we do this? In May, the board voted to change the second sentence, and this is actually a snippet right out of the bylaws. It says, the society accomplishes its mission through the advancement of, help me, academics, leadership, and service. All right, so you're going to find that this message is going out through just about everything we do. When we're in the process of revamping our website. Is that good news? That's very good news. We hope to have it all brand new. You will be amazed at the functionality of it by the end of this year. Invitation materials, phasing depending on where you happen to be, but those are happening and shifting. I think Canada is actually the first one to use the new invitation materials. And various recognition events, etc. So just about everything we do, we want to focus on the things that we do that align with these pillars, the academics, leadership, and service pillars we'll talk about. So we'd still want people to know who we are. When you go out on campus and you say, hey, I'm a member of Golden Key, we want them to recognize that name. I'm a member of Golden Key International Honor Society. We've been established since 1977, so we're a little over 30, and so am I. Many of us and many of you refer to us as, have you seen this? Anybody ever called yourselves GK? GK. Very simple, that sort of. So we're going to start using the language of who we are. But in addition, we want to talk about what we stand for. As an honor society, we stand for knowledge, excellence, and enlightenment. And as we've been talking about this new messaging, we wanted to look at what type of image could help represent knowledge, excellence, and enlightenment. And as we've looked at various university symbols, et cetera, we've seen the torch of knowledge or torch of enlightenment, which represents excellence. It's in many university seals, et cetera. So we've glommed onto, that wasn't in the script. That's not one word that I actually practiced. That we've been attracted to, like flies to the flame, so to speak, is this torch of excellence, okay? In addition, we want to talk about what we do. First, we accomplish the mission through our pillars, and I want to talk a little bit about, and I'm wondering where thank you. You guys are going to help me with this. First, I'm going to share a little experience that I've had on the academics front back from my childhood, which was a really long time ago. When I was just turned a sophomore in high school, I thought I was a pretty smart kid. You know, I sat there and said, hey, I'm pretty bright. I can pass those tests. It really doesn't matter what I do in school. They'll still let me in. And my good friend, Chris Hart, who is my best friend, actually, he turned to me and goes, John, I got to tell you, just passing, acing the SAT or the whatever test you happen to do is not going to get you into school. You actually have to do your homework. Crazy stuff. But that statement, in spite of my parents saying, John, do your homework, and me going, yeah, but I'm too smart. It doesn't matter. It's all right. He changed my life because without me actually realizing, I mean, it wasn't sinking through from my parents, but my best friend turned to me and said, hey, if you don't do this, you're just not going to get in. So that experience changed my academic life forever. Next, leadership. How many people know who Victoria Rivolo is? Nobody? It's an obscure reference, and that was on purpose. Victoria Rivolo, I encountered the story about Victoria in 2005. She's driving down the freeway in the Long Island area, and a kid, 17 years old, thought it would be really funny to throw a 20-pound frozen turkey over the bridge at cars, okay? Smashed through a window, crushed her steering wheel, and broke every bone in her face. So pretty horrific story. However, Victoria, after she went through months of rehabilitation, was in court where they were trying to prosecute this young man, and she refused to press charges. She said, you know, I'm going to ruin this guy's life. He could have faced up to 25 years in jail. She decided to take the higher road. He did 6 years with, and was out on probation for 6 months, and it was out on 5 years of probation after that. So she exhibited some leadership saying, you know, look, it was a stupid prank. Sure, it harmed me, but didn't hold it against him. Let's talk about the last pillar, service. Let me tell you a little bit about Katie McLean. This is a friend of mine. She went to my church. Katie has Down syndrome. And her older sister played on the high school volleyball team, and Katie was the manager. It was wonderful. She was there for 4 years. The final game of the season, the coach found, or I guess it was maybe the second to last game, but they found a team where they talked about it, and they were actually able to put Katie in the game. Katie just about died with joy. It was a legitimate game. She came in, she made the bump, she made the play, and it made news. Nobody actually cared about who won. But they cared that they made a whole bunch of people made a difference for one individual. We do that as well as we do just the opposite. A few of us help to make a difference for many individuals. All right, so we have 3 pillars. Does everybody understand what the 3 pillars are about? Academics, leadership, and service. That's what we're about, and that's the message we want to get out there. Many times when people ask, what's Golden Key about, we wanted to simplify what we do. We do a lot of things, but we wanted to group it under 3 simple words. We are about the advancement of academics, leadership, and service. So bringing it all together, we know what we do now. How do we convey this? We know how to convey it in words. We've heard some of those examples. Let's show you how we're going to convey it in images. We're going to take the Golden Key seal, and it goes away. So we take first the name. Golden Key International Honor Society, 1977. To that, because the pillars are so important, we put them, they are linked together, and they brought right into the emblem that represents us. On top of that, we've taken the torch of excellence and merged it with the Golden Key, because Golden Key is about excellence in academics, excellence in leadership, excellence in service. And then, we're GK. And now we have the graphic artist clean it up, and it looks like that after I finish playing with it. So what do you think? Look okay? Yeah? We've put a lot of time and effort into understanding each of the elements of this. I've just done a brief smattering. Not only do we have the seal, we have the Golden Key mark. And the Golden Key mark is embedded within the seal. So the Golden Key seal is used for official documents, things from headquarters, certificates, etc. The mark is more fun and easy and simple, can be used just about anywhere. Do we have the mark? There's the mark. We have the mark. So you have the seal, which is the official emblem, and then you have the mark, which you'll see in many places. Additionally, we have a logo, which is a little bit more horizontal, so utilizing the elements of the mark, and then with the name of the society. And we've also added a Golden Key tagline. So the tagline is, unlock your potential. Unlock from Golden Key to unlock, and potential from our mission, which is to realize your potential. So we've got a little catchphrase going on there, yeah? All right. Things you guys can use as you're talking about Golden Key on your university campuses and help everybody realize all the great things you do in terms of advancing academics, leadership, and service. And to help you understand this, we have a brand booklet that will be going out to all the advisors. It reviews the proper usages of this, as well as the descriptions that I've given you a little bit of, so you have that. Proper color palettes. Sometimes we've had issues, people going, well, what color is that gold? And now you know, so we'll give you that. And it'll be emailed out at the end of the month, or end of August. We also have our International Summit logo. You'll see this. There it is. You'll see this in probably all the international summits going forward. It'll just change underneath. This one will say Scottsdale, Arizona, 2010, right? Yeah, 10, something like that. So we will have some consistency going forward there. So I've given you a little bit of idea of how we're going to be shifting the message. I want to just give you a moment to visualize. We've got a little presentation here of what some of this might represent. Are you ready? Go. You get the idea? I'm very grateful that you've all been here. That concludes my portion of the presentation.